Mosby with a high fly ball straight up. Fortenberry, Boyd. And it is called a foul ball. It bounced right about in the right-hander's batter's box. Boyd touches it on the left side of the foul line at third. And it was ruled a foul ball. Coach Caleb Upton comes out, wants to have a discussion with the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Home plate umpire Brian Eby was right on top of it, saw where the ball hit, and it bounced right up into Easton Boyd's gear, and he immediately called it a foul ball. So we'll do it again with 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fortenberry on the heel, Boyd behind the plate. Sam Mosby had a leadoff home run to start the first ball game. That pitch up and out of the zone. Again, we are broadcasting on CougarsLive.org and B92 Radio for you local listeners out and about and around Lincoln County. Pitch got away from Fortenberry. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway the second half of the doubleheader. Cougars take a 12-2 victory, a 10-run rule on a walk-off 3-run homer from Caston Thompson to seal it for Brookhaven Academy in Game 1. Swing and a miss by Mosby. Fortenberry, high fastball, gets the strikeout. Leadoff strikeout for Mosby. Will set the defensive alignments momentarily. Stepping in, Hollis Lees. He's the first baseman for Cathedral. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Inside half, ball 1.
That caught home plate umpire Eby on the hand as he's
going to walk that one off. Easton Boyd's going to give a courtesy conversation out at the mound with Fortenberry. Going to have a courtesy conversation. I'll tell you what, that one bites. That was a hard fastball from Fortenberry. And home plate umpire Eby makes his way down and has a discussion with field umpire Ray Fink. I'll tell you what, that one's going to sting in the morning. It's stinging right now, Coach.
It is.
I guess the only thing that could be worse if we were about 42 degrees. Beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah, he's got a welt, the whole baseball print right there.
Yeah.
As he walks back towards us here at the play, you can see a welt right in the middle of his forearm.
Flexing his hand, trying to work it out. 1-0 pitch from Fortenberry. Call strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. This is the second half of the doubleheader. We're live here at Williams Gillis Ballpark. Slow roller to the right side. Griffin up. Going to have to get a quick throw. Not in time. Tell you what, infield single. Griffin, I think he thought Fortenberry may have a play on it from the pitcher slot.
Yeah, he broke late.
And he was making his way thinking Thompson may also be coming off the bags trying to make a play, and he was going to go and be at first base if needed. Just kind of in between 3 Cougar players, so the infield single for Hollis Lees. Noah Russ steps in. Russ will be handling pitching duties for Cathedral here in Game 2. 1 out in the inning. Ball up and out of the zone. 1-1 count to Russ. Played center field in the first game. Had a solid first game. Ball strike 2. Russ had 1 hit and scored in Game 1.
Safe lead over there for the Green Wave base runner here.
Pitch on the way. Roll out to Brogdon. Brogdon is going to flip to Griffin. Griffin crossed the diamond, not in time to get Russ, but he did get the lead runner. Hollis Lees, 6-4 on the putout. Second out of the inning. Fielder's choice for Russ. 2 outs in the inning.
Slow roller on there.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fastest runner going from first to second there, so Gavin wisely had time to gather it, flip over to get the force out at second base, but better wheels going from the batter's box down to first there, and he was able to beat that out.
Going to get a courtesy runner for Russ, the pitcher. That's going to be Jacob Smith. And we got Tanner Wimberly. Wimberly's going to be your third baseman. Call strike one from Fortenberry. I'll tell you what, when Big Tyler stretches out, 6'4" frame, he gets pretty good head start toward the plate. Call strike two. So 2 quick fastballs from Fortenberry. He's got Wimberly in a hole.
He is on the mound working quickly. I love it.
0-2 count. Breaking pitch, call strike three. Tyler Fortenberry records 2 strikeouts in the inning. For Cathedral, no runs on 1 hit. No Cougars errors. There was one runner left on base. We're going to give it back to the studio for a 1-minute break. 1 minute down the line for hear from our sponsors. This is Brookhaven Academy Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Haven Hall Healthcare Center is committed to providing your loved ones with superior care. Haven Hall Healthcare provides residents a comfortable setting with care provided by a staff dedicated to their well-being. Haven Hall Healthcare Center offers an exam room for telehealth calls and other services. Find out more about the services offered at Haven Hall Healthcare, 101 Mills Street, Brookhaven by calling 601-833-5608, 601-833-5608.
A monument is more than a headstone. It's a lasting memorial. Brookhaven Monument helps families design and create unique works of art to honor your loved ones. Visit the Brookhaven Monument showroom on Highway 51 North Brookhaven. Brookhaven Monument's facility houses state-of-the-art equipment, allowing them to do all necessary work on site. Honor your loved one with a fitting memorial and ask about their pre-planning program. Brookhaven Monument, 807 Highway 51 North Brookhaven.
Call 833-5701.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark, CougarsLive.org and B92 Radio. Multiple ways to catch your Cougars here on Friday night. Second half of the doubleheader. Cougars take the first game 12-2. Coming to bat in the bottom half of the first.
Beck, Dr. Ed, our public address here, just gave us a little shout-out to a couple BA student-athletes who'd like to echo that sentiment as well. Yesterday, we had 3 of our seniors participating in MAIS All-Stars. Colin Waldrop participated in the soccer MAIS All-Stars yesterday.
Right.
Was one of the goalies on one of the teams up at Jackson Prep yesterday. And then last night, Michaela Martin in the 5:30 girls game and Gavin Brogdon in the 7:30 boys game represented Brookhaven Academy outstandingly in the basketball All-Star game. So tip our hat to Colin Waldrop, Michaela Martin, and Gavin Brogdon in representing Brookhaven Academy this year in the MAIS All-Star game.
Absolutely. They've done it well for many years for Brookhaven Academy and rewarded with the opportunity to participate in the All-Star game. Swing and miss, Colin Waldrop. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom half of the first inning. Noah Russ on the mound for Cathedral. Hard-throwing right-hander. Waldrop digs in. Pitch from Russ. Fouled back to the screen. Got him in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. And Waldrop. We appreciate everybody joining us. We've got some friends over at Natchez catching it on the live stream, and of course our faithful Cougar fans on the live stream and on B92. 0-2 pitch. Russ works it on the outer half. Couldn't get the call. 1 ball. 2 strikes to Walter. Brogdon on deck. Thompson, third batter of the inning for the Cougars. Pitch to Walter. Lined into right center field. That one's going to come find the gap. Walter rounds first. He's going to stretch it. Stand-up double for Colin Walter. Takes the 2-out pitch to the wall in right center field. Good piece of hitting right there, Coach.
Outstanding. Pitch was on the outer half, and he went with the pitch, drove it right in the gap, right center field, and he's standing up easily on second base for a leadoff double here for the Cougars.
Tell you what, you like to see a 2-strike, but still aggressive up there. And I tell you, he hit that one on the line to the wall in right center field and easily pushed it into second base. So Cougars got something working early. Gavin Brogdon, 3 hits in the earlier ball game, stands in on base 4 times. Had a solo home run in the first inning, game 1. Waldrop down at second base. Brogdon, 1 ball, no strikes, no outs here in the Bottom half of the first inning. Call strike one.
Russ with the high leg kick there, trying to freeze Waldrop and his secondary lead at second base. Did just that on that previous pitch.
Russ checks his runner. Brogdon fouls it over the screen. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brogdon. I tell you what, first ball game, we had a lot of finesse, a lot of breaking balls. Russ and Fortenberry have come out, a lot of fastballs, and they're gassing it up pretty good.
Yeah, both good velocity early on here tonight.
Russ looks in, delivers. Brogdon slices it down the right side, out of play. I tell you what, our faithful four out in the right field roost, they've been there the entire time.
They have.
Haven't moved. Maybe some of those cardboard cutouts we've seen through the COVID era. Now, I see some movement out there, but our faithful fans, our student section out in right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brogdon. Fouled another one over the screen. Colin Waldrop, leadoff double, out at second base. You know, Brogdon hit the home run after a lot of foul balls in the first ball game. Stretched out the pitch count and caught one, took it over the left field fence. Bites one off right there. Fouls it off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brogdon. Senior shortstop for Brookhaven Academy, Colin signee in baseball. Russ looks in. He's going to check Waldrop down at second. Delivers to Brogdon. Brogdon, another slicer down the right side. We got JV players scattering, chasing down those foul balls. Brogdon, 4 foul balls in this at-bat. It's going to make Russ work for it. Pitch on the way. That one's high and out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brogdon. I tell you what, with that many pitches, though, Russ has been filling up the strike zone. A lot of pitches to Brogdon, 2-2 count. See if he can find something to handle right here. Move Waldrop around. Swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch right there from Russ. Got Brogdon out on his front foot. Tell you what, it was a good battle. One of our Cathedral fans, encouragement out to Russ. That was a good pitcher batter battle. Russ winning that round. Pitch on the way to Cath and Thompson. Ball got to the screen. Waldrop's going to swipe third. So the wild pitch allows Waldrop to move down to third. Boy, that one came off the backstop quick. Flatman turned, made the throw a lot closer than you would expect on a pass ball. Got the rebound off the wall. Helps the padding.
Helps when it comes right back to you, exactly.
Pitch to Thompson. That one's going to work on the outer half. No balls, 2 balls, no strikes. Of course, Thompson ended the last ball game with a walk-off 3-run home run via the 10-run rule. Russ looks, delivers. Call strike 1 to Thompson. Russ really working that outer half of the plate. Good placement on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thompson. Waldrop down at third. 1 out in the inning. We're in the bottom half of the first. Swing from Thompson. 2-2 count. Almost a straight change right there. We'll have Thompson kind of out in front of it.
His timing was way off on that one. 2-2.
See what Russ does right here. Pitch on the way. That one's going to work out her half. Call strike 3. So second strike out of the inning for Noah Russ after the leadoff double from Thompson. That was a called third strike. Thompson had a fletch swing, not even the check swing. Caught the outer half of the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts. After the double, Dylan Fortenberry steps in. Ball 1 to Fortenberry. Right fielder in game 2. Check that. I think he'll be back over in the left field. We'll check that defensive alignment. But he'll be in the left. Hard hit ball to left side. That's a base hit and RBI for Dylan Fortenberry. Good piece of hitting right there by Dylan. Took the outside pitch between third and shortstop. Straight out to the left fielder. So the base hit RBI from Fortenberry brings in Waldrop.
Hit it where he throws it. That's what he did.
I'll tell you what, between Waldrop and Fortenberry on that one, they both took outside pitches exactly where you want to place them. You try to pull the pitch like that, you just never will turn it over. And Dylan did a good job pushing that one to the left side. Easton Boyd steps in. Ball popped out of the glove. Boy, that was a close play over at first base. Hollis Lees tried to get the tag down. The ball.
Great move.
Yeah.
From Russ.
Mm-hmm.
His velocity, we'll see how aggressive Coach Upton is early on here and running as he was in game 1. Safe lead from Fortenberry.
Yeah. Pitch on the way to Boyd, inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The Boyd, the catcher. Where's number 10 for the Cougars? Not sure what we got. May have a
baseball on the
field. I see a Fat Albert bat down along the right field line. Some of the youngsters playing ball. Got one over the screen, which puts it over into the playing field, over their screen. We're back ready for baseball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Russ looks in. The Flatman gets the signal. Boyd swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Easton Boyd. Boyd, a sophomore, handling the catching duties for the Cougars. Does a good job back there. One of the quickest pop times I've seen this year. He really gets it out of his glove. Had several put-outs from behind the plate this year. Noah Russ looks in, delivers. Fortenberry on the move. In the dirt, Flatman couldn't come up and make a play on it, so Fortenberry takes second base. That one worked out into the left-hander's batter's box. Flatman had to backhand it.
He did a good job just to keep it in front of him. Stabbed at it and kept it and had no chance of catching Dylan down at second base.
2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom half of the first, Cougars 1 run. That one's in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count, Easton Boyd. Of course, got to expect Fortenberry to be moving on contact. I would try to score him anything to the outfield. Shot over the right side. That's going to work out a play. Run the count 3-2. Judson Griffin stands in on deck. See how much attention Russ gives Fortenberry down at second base. Not much interest from the middle infielders. Right up the middle, Boyd with the base hit. Fortenberry's going to turn, round the bag. He's going to score at home plate, just like the doctor ordered, Coach. Good piece of hitting from Easton Boyd.
Piece of hitting, followed by great base running. Trade places with Dylan there and get to second base on that throw home to keep the force off here. Trade places with Dylan nicely. Slow roller just got through the middle infielder, gave Dylan enough time to score, and on the throw again, Easton picks up second base. So he's in scoring position now with 2 outs. Justin Griffin coming up.
So a 2-strike single from Easton Boyd, and the RBI moved to second on the throw to the plate. So 2 runs in the inning for the Cougars. Call strike 1 to Judson Griffin.
Start him off with a curveball there.
And Boyd's got to be thinking the same thing. Anything to the outfield. Try to stretch it. Find home plate. Griffin hit the ball pretty hard every time up last ball game. Ended the game 1 for 3, had 2 line drives to outfielders, and then a C&I single.
Got a nice deep lead at second base. They're not even paying any attention to him. Middle infielders.
Two balls, 1 strike to Griffin. Right fielder here in game 2. Lazy fly ball to the right side. It's going to work in foul territory. Noah Russ over. He's going to make the play right in front of the Cougars dugout for the 3rd out of the inning. So fly to the pitcher for Griffin, and that'll do it for the Cougars in the bottom half of the 1st inning, but not before they could plate 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors for Cathedral, and 1 runner was left on base. So that at the end of 1 complete, okay, Academy 2, Cathedral 0. Let's give it back to the studio for a quick word from our sponsors. 1 minute down the line. We'll be back around the corner. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Flooring Warehouse of Brookhaven is pleased to announce they now have 2 locations to serve you. 805 Brookway Boulevard and also Highway 51 South in the former J&B Tile location. They have you covered with cutting-edge materials from countertops to floor coverings. Get in-house fabrication, unparalleled installation, and stunning design. From remodels to new construction, get fast, friendly service at Flooring Warehouse of Brookhaven on Brookway Boulevard at 601-265-2372 and Flooring Warehouse of Brookhaven and Natural Stone, Highway 51 South, 601-833-4005.
There's nothing small about the heart of your business. It's why your employees aren't just employees, they're family. We can help you protect them like family. For 175 years, that's been the legacy of New York Life Insurance Company. Simply call Kelly Allred, your local New York Life agent. Kelly can be reached at 601-833-0604 or at newyorklife.com. He will help you put your love into action for your business, your employees, and can even do it for your family too.
Moving to the top half of the 2nd inning, Cougars picked up 2 runs in the 1st to take a 2-0 lead over Cathedral Unit School. First up for Cathedral, Jake Harrison, Tyler Gregg, and Paxton Junkin. Harrison, the second baseman, wears number 22. First pitch from Fortenberry, high and out of the zone. Ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes to Harrison. It's going to work on the outer half. 2 balls, no strikes from Fortenberry. The key right here is just, fill up that strike zone. Let the defense work behind you. Pitch from Tyler, called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jake Harrison. Fortenberry looks, delivers. That one's going to work. Got back to the screen, so 3-1 to Harrison. Pretty straight away, left and center. Right fielder Griffin, he's working, barring the line. So a little bit of a gap in right center for Harrison. Swing and a miss. It's going to run it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Harrison. Payoff pitch for Fortenberry. Swing and a miss. Good job by Fortenberry coming back after falling behind 2-0 on the count. Got the strikeout. Going to bring up the designated hitter, Tyler Gregg. Wears number 24. 0 for 2 in the first game. Strikeout and a ground out to second base. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Swing and a miss. Tell you what, Coach, Fortenberry, he's a rhythm pitcher.
Love it.
Yeah, he's
on the mound. Umpire puts the ball in play, says play, he's ready to throw it.
Works quick. I think the umpire had to go back and retrieve the ball at the screen. And boy, that opens that strike zone up.
Back to Junkin, on deck batter. Kind of got a little stare down from Mr. Eby on his way back to the dish.
Swing and a miss. Boy, what a breaking pitch right there from Fortenberry. His fourth strikeout of the ball game. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Fastball, and just a nasty curveball to Greg. Paxton Junkin steps in, the center fielder. 0 for 2 in the first game with 2 strikeouts. First pitch strike, swinging for Junkin. Junkin makes some good plays out on left field in the first ball game. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry, up and out of the zone. Ball 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top half of the second inning. 2-0 lead for the Cougars. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Hard hit ball to center field. Watts back, makes the play in center. So a good inning of work right there by Fortenberry. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center field. 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Fortenberry in Brookhaven Academy. For Cathedral, no runs, no hits, no Cougar errors, and no runners were left on base. At the end of 1.5, Brookhaven Academy 2, Cathedral 0. Let's give it back to the studio for a quick word from our sponsors. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to Big A Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Whether you like to spend a day in the woods hunting or out on the lake fishing, 51 Pawn & Gun has what you need. Guns, ammo, fishing supplies, and lots more. And get your hunting and fishing license at 51 Pawn & Gun. 51 Pawn & Gun also carries a great selection of jewelry and electronics. Check out the selections and the deals. 51 Pawn & Gun, Highway 51 between Pocatello and Brookhaven. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till noon. Call 835-2661 for 51 Pawn & Gun.
For the freshest seafood this side of the Gulf, come to K&B Seafood in Brookhaven. K&B Seafood has live or boiled crawfish, oysters, and fresh boiled shrimp and crabs. K&B Seafood carries a great selection for fish lovers. Fresh catfish, salmon, tuna, amberjack, red snapper, and more. K&B Seafood also takes special orders for any event. Call 601-990-2055. Most major credit cards and EBT cards accepted. K&B Seafood, 307 Highway 51 North Brookhaven. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Follow them on Facebook for specials.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark, moving into the bottom half of the second inning. Cougars with a 2-0 lead over Cathedral. 3 hits in the first inning, 2 runs in the first inning for Brookhaven Academy. Michael Watts, Tyler Fortenberry, and Austin Griffin. And check that, Avery Griffin. Avery's going to get on to me. Avery Griffin for Brookhaven Academy. Watt stands in, center fielder in this ball game. Number down to the third baseman, caught out of the air, so easy, 1 pitch out. Just a lazy fly ball down to Wimberly, makes the play to retire. Watts.
Sound like he hit that right off the end of the bat.
Tyler Fortenberry, the pitcher for Brookhaven Academy, stands in. Big hit last ball game. Double off the wall, or that actually is a single off the wall. Shot down to Wimberly. Wimberly fields it, bobbles it. Not going to beat the speedy Fortenberry. So Fortenberry's going to reach on an error down at third base. It's going to bring up Avery Griffin. Let's see if they let Tyler run for himself or if they get somebody in for him. No, he will stay in and run for himself. So Avery Griffin, there's number 19, second baseman, had some big plays in the first ball game. Avery, a freshman. Rush looks in, calls strike 1. Tell you what, Rush, a tall, slender, hard-throwing right-hander.
He, like Tyler, both look good on the mound tonight early.
Snap throw over to first base. Got away from the first baseman. Fortenberry. Tell you what.
An early signal by home plate umpire that he is out.
Yep, we had a lone bat laying over in front of the screen in front of the Brookhaven Academy dugout. Throw over to first, got away from the first baseman. Fortenberry scampered down to second base. The ball rode toward the first base dugout. The Cougar dugout, there was a bat laying outside of the dugout, and the ball hit the bat, and the umpire quickly called Fortenberry out due to a obstruction by the Cougar dugout. So sort of an odd play right there. Nonetheless, 2 outs in the inning. Griffin
hit by
the pitch. So unfortunate right there for the Cougars. Instead of 2 on and 1 out, Griffin makes his way down to first, hit batsman, and the interference out on Fortenberry. It's going to bring up Colin Waldrop, the third baseman, singled, or check that, doubled his first time up. Waldrop also scored. 2 outs in the inning, Griffin down at first. Waldrop, hard hit ball to the right side, drifting over. Maples makes the catch out in right field. Jake Maples. I'll tell you what, that one kind of was in the gap, and it was slicing as Maples was coming from right field, and it just worked right into his breadbasket out there.
Right back to it.
Yeah, sure did. So, fly 9, if you're scoring at home, retires Waldrop and the Cougars in the bottom half of the first inning. So after 2 complete, Brookhaven Academy 2, Cathedral nothing. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Take your choice, conventional fuel or ethanol. You'll find both at RB Wall Oil, Highway 51 North Brookhaven. Drive on in. RB Wall Oil will pump your gas for you. And for all of your petroleum needs, you can always depend on RB Wall Oil. They're open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturdays from 5 a.m. till 2 p.m. RB Wall Oil Company, Highway 51 North Brookhaven, where service still matters. Call 833-6721 for RB Wall Oil.
During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Moving into the top half of the third inning. Pretty quick ball game, Coach, to start this one. Noah Russ works quick on the hill, as does Tyler Fortenberry. Cougars with a 2-0 lead after 2 complete.
Yeah, good pace so far early on, and let's hope we keep it there and move this thing right along. 2-0 lead. Get the green wave down here in order, 1, 2, 3, and come back in the bottom half of our third inning and see if we can add to this 2-0 lead.
Jake Maples, Zeke Flatman, and Sam Mosby for Cathedral. Maples squares the bunt, pulls it back, calls strike 1. Fortenberry gets that ball. He's ready to go with the next pitch. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Swing and a miss from Maples. Maples in a hole early. See, Tyler comes back. 0-2. Call strike 3. I tell you, Coach, back when Tyler was a 11, 12-year-old, he's the guy that would go out and, do a 6-inning ball game and throw, 25 pitches. Well, I mean, just and strike out, 11 or so, 12, 13 batters of the 18 outs. And the same way, he worked very fast. Of course, set out a couple of years of baseball, had some injuries he was trying to work through. Didn't allow him to throw or bat, and just come back his junior year, and looks real good thus far in this ball game. 2 balls, no strikes to Zeke Flatman, the catcher for Cathedral. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Of course, Flatman worked the entire game behind the plate, as did Easton Boyd. They both are back in that number 2 slot in this one. 3 balls, 1 strike to Flatman. We'll see if Fortenberry. He's run 3-2, 3-1 a couple times already and was able to get out of it. and get back to the strike zone right here. That one's going to work out of the zone, so Flatman's going to draw the walk. We'll probably see a courtesy runner for Flatman. And we do. Of course, Flatman, the catcher. Screen number 14, Kate Eidt. E-I-D-T, Eidt. I've been wanting to spell that one all night. Run out in the inning. Eidt down at first base. Leadoff batter Sam Mosley called strike one. No balls, one strike. In the top half of the third inning, Cougars 2-0 lead. Pitch on the way from Fort Berry, right up the middle. Brogdon, slow roller. He's going to have to go to first base with it. Cross the diamond to Thompson. Good play by Brogdon. Didn't have a chance out at second base to make the play on the lead runner, Eidt. So Brogdon wisely threw across. That might have hit the pitching rubber. Went straight up in the air.
Yeah, slowed it down a bunch. Gavin's throw was a little bit up the line, but Cath made a nice play at first, coming up the line to maintain contact with the bag and got the out.
Obviously, he steps in for Cathedral 1-for-1 here in the second game. Was forced out as a runner at second base. Shortstop to second baseman. Pitch on the way, fouled over the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hollis leads. He does have the lone hit for Cathedral. Cougars with 3 hits, all in the first inning to go along with those 2 runs. Boy, it's been a good night for baseball. Tell you what. Temperature just right. Weather cooperating. That ball goes to the screen. Boy, snap throw down to third. Not in time to get Eidt. He scampers over to third base on the pass ball. I believe Fort Berry crossed up Boyd right there. Boyd goes out to talk to him. I think Easton was looking curveball. Got a fastball on the outer half, and it went straight to the padded backstop.
68 degrees. Flag is motionless at center field. You're absolutely right. A gorgeous night for baseball right now.
Quick ball game. I mean, the first one's right at, around the 2-hour mark. And the way this one's going, would probably be less than that. It keeps the course. Fortenberry, the Lizards, swing and miss. 2-2 to Mosby. Or check that, Lees.
No reason to change things up here, Tyler. I say mow them down. Fastball.
Fortenberry looks in. Pitch on the way. Down on the left side. Waldrop can't make the play. Made a diving stab just in front of the Cathedral bench. Of course, Waldrop playing behind the bag. 3-4 steps. Had to make a long run to try to get to that one.
He did challenge him with the fastball, and he just did fight it off of the handle. See where Tyler goes now, if he comes back with it or if he tries something off speed here with 2-2 with 2 outs.
Fortenberry winds, delivers. Fastball, strike 3. Down in the zone. Lees couldn't pick it up. So that'll do it in the top half of the third inning. A base on ball is the only base runner for Cathedral in their top half of the third. No runs, no hits, no Cougar errors. There was one runner left on base. So at the end of 2.5, we're Cleveland Academy 2, Cathedral 0. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. And a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
C&W Homes in Vicksburg has new 2021 Deer Valley Catbird, Buccaneer, and Sunshine homes arriving daily. Come see the fantastic new designs and conventional home look. At C&W Homes, you buy factory direct. That means you save big. Price includes standard delivery and setup, central heat and air, and vinyl skirting. C&W Homes will not be undersold. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Online, cwmobilehomes.com. Call 800-748-9056. Like them on Facebook. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis, moving into the bottom half of the third inning. Cougars with a 2-0 lead. Gavin Brogdon, Caston Thompson, Dylan Fortenberry, first three hitters in the bottom of the third for Brookhaven Academy. Coach, I mentioned it earlier, but after the broadcast, B92 will be joining the Ole Miss basketball game in progress. We'll try to get a score. They had an 8 o'clock scheduled tip-off. We'll see. The way this one's moving, you'll probably be able to catch most of that basketball game, but we were preempting the Ole Miss basketball broadcast. Call strike one, 1 ball, 1 strike to Brogdon. Struck out his first time up. Little activity down in the bullpen for the Cougars. It's like Colin Waldrop. Brogdon with a line drive down the left field line and just outside of the painted stripe. So a sharp foul ball. Brogdon on top of that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll go back to the batter's box and do it again. He saw that one pretty good from Russ. Pitch on the way from Russ. That one goes behind Brogdon. Want to go with the breaking pitch. Didn't get much out of it. I tell you what, if that one breaks off, Coach, like it's supposed to, Brogdon's going to take that one right on the 2 on the back of his jersey. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom half of the third. Pitch on the way from Russ. Swing and a miss from Brogdon. His second strikeout here in game 2. Good piece of pitching right there from Russ.
Looked like Gavin was looking on for something off speed, and he just guessed wrong there. Couldn't catch up to it and realized it was the heater.
Caston Thompson steps in. He struck out his first time up. On the outer half, didn't get the call. 1 ball, no strike to Thompson. I like watching Russ pitch. He does a good job out there. It's on the way. That one's going to work out of his own. Saw a couple of scouts working in and around the ballpark. Had the radar guns. Thompson fouls it over the screen. 2 balls, 1 strike to Thompson. 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Pitch on the way from Russ. Bounce that one to the plate. Well, I thought they got the umpire again. I think it went over off his protective pad on his shoulder. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Cougars up 2-0 over Cathedral after winning game 1, 12-2. Hard hit ball by Thompson. Base hit out into right field. Gonna be a single for Thompson. Well, he'll go down and get that low ball, almost like a golf swing, and he just turns on it.
Got the barrel on it, hit hard to the right side. 1 out base runner for the Cougars.
Can bring up Dylan Fortenberry. Fortenberry singled, had RBI and scored in the first inning. Thompson there for a slicer to left field by Fortenberry. Back. Off the left fielder's glove. Let's see how they rule that one. Probably going to be an error on the left fielder. So Fortenberry reaches on the liner to left field. Let's score that one. E7, I believe. Yes, they did. I thought it was going to get over his head, but he caught up with it right at the warning track. So Fortenberry's put good wood on the ball, both of his at-bats here in game 2. Fortenberry at first, Thompson down at second base. Easton Boyd steps in. Boyd also singled in the first inning. As I mentioned, Boyd handling the catching duties in game 1 and also here in game 2. High breaking pitch. Stayed up around the letters.
First baseman in on the grass, not holding Dillon on at first. The rest of the infield at regular double play depth.
Pitch on the way from Russ. Got away from the catcher, Flatman. It's going to allow Thompson to move to third as Fortenberry scampers down to second base. So the Cougars back in business, runners in scoring position. 2 balls, no strikes to Boyd. 1 out in the inning. Fortenberry in the form of Dillon down at second base. Thompson over at third. Slow roller left side. That's going to stay foul. Wimberly over to corral it. So we'll back it up. 2 balls, 1 strike to Boyd. Judson Griffin stands in on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Noah Russ looks in. He's going to go from the windup. From the outer half, 3 balls, 1 strike. Just missed. Over in the left-hander's batter's box. Pitcher's count, hitter's count right here is going to be ball 4 to Boyd. So Boyd's going to draw the walk. Going to bring up Judson Griffin. You know, Boyd's one of those catchers that Coach Upton likes to let run. He's just a heady base runner, does a good job out there. And normally you want to run for your catcher, especially in the second half of a doubleheader, but not Boyd. He's just too good on a base pass. Fly ball from Griffin. That's going to get Thompson home from third. Well, it's a shallow fly ball. Here comes Caston Thompson. He'll score at the plate. So the fly ball, they wanted to peel Thompson leaving early over third base. The RBI fly ball from Griffin pushes Thompson across the plate. Runners advance on the throw. So Boyd down at second. And Dylan Fortenberry at third base brings up Michael Watts. Lined out to third baseman, lazy fly ball to the third baseman, his first time up. Call strike 1. The ball's 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 lead for the Cougars on the RBI from Griffin. Pitch on the way from Russ. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big opportunity right here for Michael Watts. Russ looks into Flatman. Here's the pitch. That one stayed down in the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Watts could really stretch it a little bit right here with a base hit. Swing and a miss. That one went back to the backstop. I think Fortenberry thought it may have been a foul ball.
He swung through the pitch, and on his back swing, the ball bounced up in his bat.
And that would not be a foul ball, I don't believe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, nobody blew anything dead or anything, so we go on.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Michael Watts.
Deuce is wild here with 2 outs.
Runners on, second and third. Line drive. It's over there. Base hit to right field. Watts does his job. 2 strikes. Runner, the throw-in got past the catcher. That's going to allow Boyd to score. So Fortenberry scores from third on the single from Watts.
That one came right in at us. And you've got the right fielder doing what he's supposed to do, throwing through the first baseman cutoff. The pitcher deflected that ball and allowed that ball to get by the catcher. Instead of being where he should have been behind the catcher, he interfered with that ball and it kicked it by his catcher and cost him an extra run there. So,
yeah, tough break right there, but a good piece of hitting. A 2-strike base hit from Michael Watts brought in Fortenberry. Then the pass ball being thrown in from right field. And you're exactly right. Right fielder throws it right through the first baseman, and there's a little confusion out there. Your pitcher's got to be behind home plate. Allowed the second run to come in, or the second run of that sequence to come in, third run of the inning. So 5-0 lead for the Cougars here in the bottom half of the third inning. Tyler Fortenberry stands in. Swing and a miss from Fortenberry. Reached on an error his first time up. Was called out on an interference over around the Cougar bench when a ball got loose and hit a bat laying by the Cougar dugout. Fortenberry was attempting to steal, and he was called out. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third. 5-0 lead for the Cougars. Got something going here. 2 runs in the first, 3 here in the third. Russ looks into Flatman, checks his runner, steps off the back. You know, Watts can get a pretty good lead out there. Just, and we've said it a couple times. Not much interest from the shortstop, Mosby or Hairston over at second base.
None from Hairston.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little from Mosley.
Hairston's really playing the hole over there. Check swing by Fortenberry. Couldn't get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tyler Fortenberry. Watts down at second base. But Noah Russ comes up with right here. Pitch on the way. Call strike 3. Boy, good breaking pitch right there from Russ. Throws Fortenberry to get out of a jam, but not before the Cougars could strike 3 times, 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 Cathedral errors and 1 runner was left on base. After 3 complete here at Williams-Gillis for Brookhaven Academy 5, Cathedral 0. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Extend your banking hours with MyTeller from Trustmark in Brookhaven. Find MyTeller machines downtown across from the Inez and in Lincoln Plaza. Available 7 till 7 Monday through Friday and 9 till noon Saturday. MyTeller connects you to a live teller who can help you make deposits and withdrawals, cash checks to the penny, make loan payments and withdrawals, and answer balance inquiries. Just touch the screen to get started. MyTeller also functions as a 24-hour-a-day ATM. MyTeller from Trustmark Bank in Brookhaven, downtown and in Lincoln Plaza. 7 till 7 Monday through Friday, 9 till noon Saturday. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to your 2 hometown Sears stores, Highway 51 North Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, and 5547 High 55 South in Byram. Shop for great deals on appliances, tools, lawnmowers, and more. Save on leading brands like Kenmore, Samsung, LG, Whirlpool, and GE. Get a hometown service at your locally owned Sears, High 55 South in Byram. Call 769-251-5033 and Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, 833-5811. Both stores open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. and noon till 5 on Sunday.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Productive third inning for Brookhaven Academy. They picked up 3 runs to add to their previous 2. 5-0 lead for the Cougars. Tyler Fortenberry back out for his 4th inning of work. I'll tell you what, he's given up 1 hit of the ball game. A single by Hollis Lees back in the 1st inning, and he's been pretty solid since. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts for Fortenberry through 3.
Very efficient.
Final warm-up toss is taken. Up for Cathedral, Noah Russ, Tanner Winderly, Jake Hairston. Russ reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Fortenberry rocks and delivers. Call strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Noah Russ, the pitcher of record for Cathedral. Fouled over the screen. Russ in a hole. 0-2. Well, watch how quick Tyler works out there. I'm a batter, man. I've got to get out of that box. Try to slow him down because when he gets in a rhythm, he's got it working. Breaking pitch from Fortenberry on the 0-2 count. Stayed up and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the top half of the 4th inning here at Williams-Gillis. 2-2 count.
Good pitch out of way in the zone there. 1-2 count there. Nothing pretty. Couldn't get him to bite.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Fortenberry. Got Russ swinging with a high fastball. 1 out in the inning. We saw some warm-up tosses from Colin Waldrop last Cougar at bat. But right now, don't have the pitch count. Fortenberry's pitch count, though, has to be pretty low. So if I can get over on Game Changer and see where he is. Fouled over the screen, Tanner Wimberly. He struck out his first time up. Five nothing lead for the Cougars in the top half of the 4th inning. They picked up the win in the first game, the 10-run rule, 12-2 ball game to go 2-0 in the district. Their second win of the week over Cathedral, trying to sweep the Green Wave. There's Wimberly fouls another one over the screen, so he's in a hole 0-2. Fortenberry rocks, fires, breaking pitch. It stayed up and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the 4th. Another pitch fouled over the screen. So Fortenberry, he's at pitch 52 right now through 4. So got a pretty good ball game working thus far. Needs a couple of 2-pitch ground outs, 1 pitch pop up. Knock that pitch count down just a little bit. In tight on Wimberly is going to run us to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. We're at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Cougars trying to complete the sweep of Cathedral. Picked up the win on Tuesday in the first half of the doubleheader tonight. Trying to move their record to 3-0 in the district. 6-4 on the season. Fortenberry stands in, delivers. Call strike 3. Caught him looking. A no-doubter right there. Wimberly makes his way back to the dugout. Jake Harrison will swap places with him. Harrison struck out his first time out. Pitch on the way from Fortenberry. Call, strike 1. 8 strikeouts thus far for Fortenberry. Now back to the screen. I tell you, Tyler would take you to 0-2 count quick, and then he's kind of nibbling away at it. I think he stands up right here and just comes right back with the heater. Old saying, give him the heater, Ricky. Of Major League fame. Breaking pitch over the top. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's just toying with him here. He wanted to show him that. Now he's going to blow this one right by him.
Yeah, he's gone to that 0-2 curveball, high and out of the zone a couple of times, and come back with the fastball. There it is, strike 3. Ninth strikeout for Fortenberry. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base in the top half of the 4th inning for Cathedral. After 3.5 for Brookhaven Academy 5, Cathedral yet to score. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is Brookhaven Academy Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Ford Truck Month is on at Sullivan Ford Lincoln in Brookhaven. With over 20% off Crew Cab F-150s, markdowns on all Super Duties, massive discounts on our remaining 2020 Escapes, and huge savings on all remaining 2020 Lincoln vehicles. We will not be undersold on any remaining 2020 models. And remember, you can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFord.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
For over 30 years, Fielder's Pro Shop has been Southwest Mississippi's leader with the largest selection of truck accessories. Fielder's Pro Shop specializes in providing the newest truck accessories to improve your vehicle's appearance. Choose from an array of interior and exterior accessories, along with ranch hand and hammerhead bumpers to personalize your ride. Fielder's Pro Shop, Auburn Drive, south of Highway 84, West Brookhaven, and South Broadway, Macomb.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Campus Brookhaven Academy, 5-0 lead for the Cougars. Going to move into the bottom half of the fourth inning with Avery Griffin, Colin Waltrip, and Gavin Brogdon. Griffin was hit by a pitch his first time up. Second baseman for the Cougars. Had a solid ball game with the glove. Just a freshman. Russ out for his fourth inning of work. Griffin skies one to the left side, moving toward the third base, and Wimberly over. Makes a play. Man, major league pop-up right there. Wimberly fighting the lights up against the fence, made the play, and retires Griffin. Fly 5 if you're scoring at home. So 1 out in the inning for the Cougars. Colin Waltrip is going to step in as a double and a fly ball to the right fielder. Hard hit fly ball to the right fielder. It was cutting away from him. Right fielder made a great play. Shot down the third base side. It's going to get between the third baseman, Wimberly, and Mosby at shortstop. A C&I single for Waltrip. His second hit of the ball game. So runner down at first in the form of Waltrip. Gavin Brogdon steps in.
Noah Russ has had Gavin's number early this second game. So let's see if Gavin can get closer to getting even here with a good at-bat as he went down the first 2 times on strikes to Russ with the strikeout.
As our friend Jeremy back in the studio would like to call him Big Game Brogdon, I just bet that he steps up right here. Certainly he did in the first ball game. 3 hits, a home run. Waltrip feinted the steal down at first base, didn't get the jump he wanted, and came back. I think he had the steal on. Brogdon was taking all the way, giving Waltrip a chance to run. He retreated, went back to first base. Call strike 1 to Brogdon. Russ looks in on the outer half, 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin Brogdon.
Didn't miss by much.
Good spot right there for Russ. We've seen Russ's move over to first base. It's a solid move. That one's up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the fourth inning. Waltrip down at first base. Brogdon at the plate. Thompson waits his turn on deck. 5-0 lead for the Cougars. Big lead for Waltrip. He's on the move. That one sails behind Brogdon. No throw attempt, so Waltrip easily down to second base. 3 balls, 1 strike to Gavin Brogdon. Waltrip down at second. Cougars wanting to tack onto that 5-0 lead. Russ looks, delivers. That one's going to work out of the zone, so walk to Brogdon to bring up Caston Thompson. Thompson struck out in the first, singled in the third. So 1 for 2 in this ball game. He also scored in the third inning. Brogdon at first. Waltrip down at second base. Thompson fouls it straight back to the screen. The ball's 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Quick ball game here at Williams-Gillis. Russ looks in. He'll check his runners. Swing and a miss by Thompson. Boy, a good pitch right there by Russ. Took something off of it, stayed on the outer half. Thompson tried to pull that one, and there's no way to reach that pitch and pull it.
Got to protect here now. Just trying to put the ball in play.
No balls, 2 strikes to
These runners.
Mm-hmm. Shot out to left field. Hauled in, and Hayes, Marchbanks out in left field, makes the play for Cathedral. Thompson got some pretty good wood on that one. Kind of sliced away from Marchbanks. Made the play. Held runners in check. So 2 outs in the inning. Waldrop down at second. Brogdon over at first. Dylan Fortenberry steps in. Fortenberry reached on a single and an error. On base twice with 1 hit. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good breaking pitch right there from Noah Russ. It's gone all the way for Cathedral. Pitch to Fortenberry. Good job by Flatman. Boy, he barreled that one up with his chest. Kept it in front of him. Throws Brogdon out at second base.
A little surprised that we haven't tried to move our base runners up here. Nobody's paying attention to Walter at second base.
Russ is doing a pretty good job checking him, but there's just nobody there. Missed off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. But you notice Russ, he'll give 1 look, he'll give 2 looks, he'll give 3 looks. Yep. He'll mix it up every time.
Yep, he's changing it up very well.
So he's really, he'd take a guess by Walter. Hit to the left side, shortstop, Mosby. Lets it get through his legs. Walter
there.
Yeah. So Fortenberry's going to reach on an error out at shortstop. Mosby, Waldrop rounded third, slipped on the wet grass as Mosby retrieved the ball, threw over to third to Wimberly. Wimberly couldn't handle it, so Waldrop makes its way back to third base. Bases are loaded for Easton Boyd. Boyd with a single and base on ball, so he's been on base 2 times here in game 2. 2 outs, 5-0 lead for the Cougars. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Boyd could really put some pressure on Cathedral right here. Slicer down the right side. That one's going to go into foul territory down around the bullpen. No chance for Maples out in right field. So we'll rewind it. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 6 hits in the ball game for the Cougars. 1 hit for Cathedral. 8 strikeouts thus far for Tyler Fortenberry. Gets on the way from Russ. That one stayed down in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I need to go and correct myself. 9 strikeouts for Fortenberry. Yeah, I got that last one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Easton Boyd, bases loaded for the Cougars. Trying to add to that 5-0 lead. Slicer to the right side. That could be trouble. Second baseman making his way over. Drops between the second baseman and first baseman. 1 run scores. 2 run scores for the Cougars.
Great base running there, Gavin Brogdon, on just a short fly to right field. He's moving on contact with 2 outs and never checked up.
Yeah.
Was able to score easily from a ball that dropped just behind the cutout of the infield.
I'll tell you what, the first baseman laid chase. Second baseman was going after. Right fielder was going after, and it just landed right between all 3 of them. Nobody could make a play, so the lazy single for Boyd helps the Cougar cause, runs the score to 7-0.
Now with 2 outs, they are going to elect to run for Boyd, it looks like. Maybe Samuel Evans again.
Believe you're right. 16 Evans. In the run for Boyd. He'll go gear up and get ready. As far as catching duties, brings up Judson Griffin at RBI's last time up. Sack fly out to right field. Call strike 1 to Griffin. Evans down at first. Dylan Fortenberry at third. Of course, Evans, the pinch runner for Easton Boyd, just got the 2 RBI single. Pitch on the way from Russ. Shot down the right side. That's going to be a foul ball just outside of the bag. Griffin worked in his favor that it did go foul. Lees was on top of that one. Would have easily made the put out at first. Nonetheless, 0-2 count to Judson Griffin, Cougar right fielder.
Stay in there on this breaking ball pitch. He's froze several of our batters tonight with that curveball.
Pitch on the way from Russ. Fouled away by Griffin. Good aggressive cut right there by Judson. Guarding the plate. Came with a fastball and just shot it over the right side and stay alive. 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 7-0 lead for Brookhaven Academy. Noah Rush looks in. Checks his runner at first and third. Pitch on the way to Griffin. Griffin out to Mosby to short. Flips to second base in time to get Evans. So a flip, 6-4, put out Mosby to Harrison to get Evans at second base for the third out of the inning, but not before the Cougars could tack on 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Cathedral error, and 2 runners were left on base. So at the end, a 4 complete, Brookhaven Academy 7, Cathedral 0. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Finding the right Medicare supplement should not be a frustrating experience. Call Joan Dodd Insurance at 601-833-3767 for affordable choices. Joan Dodd Insurance also offers final expense plans and dental insurance. No pressure, no hassles. For your free quote on Medicare supplements, final expense insurance, and dental insurance, call 833-3767. 833-3767 for Joan Dodd Insurance.
Is it time to paint? Your Benjamin Moore Paint Center is Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza. Whether you're painting a room or the entire house, the paint experts at Perkins Hayes Hardware will help you select the color to make any project shine. For paint, hardware, electrical, and plumbing needs, see the helpful hardware folks at Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. Online, hayeshardware.com/local/Perkins Hayes Hardware.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark, moving to the top half of the 5th inning. Cougar 7, Cathedral yet to score. Got a pitching change. Colin Waldrop's going to move in from third base, take over the duties. Tyler Fortenberry, 9 strikeouts through 4 innings. Great evening of work for Fortenberry. Fortenberry is going to find his place at the hot corner over at third. 7-0 lead for the Cougars. As I mentioned, we're in the top half of the 5th inning. Got things in cruise control. We just want to finish it up right here. Drew up. Tyler Gregg, Junkin, and Maples for Cathedral. Shot down third baseman Fortenberry. Couldn't handle it. It's going to be error down at third base. Actually, that was a Mason Moore pinch hitting. So Moore with a reached on the error.
Waldrop got what you wanted, a ground ball. Just kicked it around over there by Tyler at third base. Mason's on at first base on the error, Cougar error.
Waldrop, another shot down to third base, fielded by Fortenberry. Throw across the diamond in time to get the lead runner, Junkin.
Bobbled it again, but stayed with it in time to get the batter at first.
So Moore moves down to second base. Junkin on a 5-3 put out, 1 out in the inning. Going to bring up Jake Maples, right fielder for Cathedral. And check that, we've got a
Jack Lewis
at the end of that. So we'll go Jack Lewis right here. Number 12. A lot of players for Cathedral getting in this second ball game. Swing and a miss by Lewis. The ball's 1 strike to Lewis, the pinch hitter, batting for Maples. Call strike 2. So Waldrop works pretty quick himself. He's been filling up the strike zone. In a short relief efforts thus far. 0-2 pitch. Got away from Boyd. Boyd. Wow. Good throw down to third base. That ball got the Boyd blocked it behind the plate, went straight up in the air. Moore made a move from second to third. Boyd throws a line drive down to third, heading dead to right, and the ball Moore slides into the glove of Fortenberry. It popped out on him. So safe at third, runner at third in the form of Mason Moore. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball worked up out of the zone. Jack Lewis. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner down at third to win the top half of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way from Waldrop. That one in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. To Lewis. 1 hit in the ball game for Cathedral. That was back in the 1st inning. Hollis Lee's single. Waldrop looks in, payoff pitch, 3-2 count. Right back up the middle, off the glove of Waldrop. It's going to be a RBI. So Jack Lewis, would have been a tough play for Waldrop. He's fallen to the right side and had to reach across his body just to put a glove on it. Knocked it down, but there was no play to be made right there. I got to give him
hit on that one.
I got to give him a hit on that one. I certainly do. Second hit of the ball game for Cathedral. It's a couple pitch hitters coming in, swinging the bat good for Coach Craig Beasley. Jack Lewis down at first. Mason Moore scored on the single by Lewis. Kate Ike steps in. He's going to pinch hit for Flatman. Ike, here's number 14. Found back to the screen by Ike. Call strike 2. So Waldrop gets Ike in a hole early. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 run in the inning for Cathedral. 7-1 ball game. We're in the top half of the 5th. Glad you could join us. CougarsLive.org, B92 Radio. Swing and a miss by Ike. First base occupied. Cannot advance on the drop ball. So second out of the inning. Waldrop with the strikeout of Ike. Going to work its way to the top of the order. Sam Mosby. A strikeout and a ground out to Brogdon in the 3rd. Pitch low in the dirt. 1 ball. No strikes to Mosby. He's the shortstop for Cathedral. Waldrop looks, delivers. That one's going to work up out of the zone. Tell you what, Boyd made a quick throw back to Waldrop on that one. Waldrop really wasn't expecting it. Lucky didn't get you in the head or something right there. Bringing over to Mosby. 3 quick balls from Waldrop. Sitting settle back in. 2 outs in the inning here in the 5th. That one's going to get to the screen. That's going to draw a visit from pitching coach Jose Acosta to talk to Waldrop. We'll hold it right here. We'll reset everything for you. Mosby finds his way down to first base via the walk. Hollis Lees will step in. Jack Lewis singled, and he worked his way down to second base. So runners at first and second for Cathedral, 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. Hollis Lee steps in after a quick visit from Coach Acosta. Seven runs in the ball game for Brookhaven Academy. 1 run for Cathedral. Waldrop looks, checks his runner. Delivers. Boy, that caught Hollis Lee's
right hand.
On the right hand. Kind of had to fight that one off. Keep it off his hip. So they caught him on the backside of the hand. Yeah, they're going to give Lee's a little time down there. Certainly, our home plate umpire can empathize with that one. He caught it on the back of his hand, as did our ump in the first inning. Caught a Tyler Fortenberry fastball off the back of the hand. Coach Beasley's going to make his way over and check on Lee's down at first base. So we got a hit batsman at first.
While they check on him, we've got KDMC trainer coming out to take a look. Remind everyone that this VA baseball team will be back in action Monday. They'll travel to Simpson for a JV varsity game at 4 and 6 Monday over at Simpson. The junior high will actually be here hosting ACCS that same day with a 4:30, 6:30 doubleheader.
I think later in the week we got ball game.
They're playing over in Concordia Park in Vidalia. Not sure of the opponents, but they'll be playing there.
It's probably some type of spring break tournament. The Cougars have already had their spring break, but
we're playing there Thursday and Friday and Saturday.
So some non-conference action. I think the following week we'll get back into conference play.
Correct.
Pitch on the way from Waldrop, high and out of the zone to Noah Russ. He's the pitcher of record for Cathedral. He could have his calls right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Pitch from Waldrop. That one's out of the zone. So 2 balls, no strikes. No one working in the pen for Brookhaven Academy. So next man up would probably come from a fielding position. Ball 3. Guess Mike would be Judson Griffin out in right field. I think he worked 3 innings on Tuesday. May have enough left in his arm to come back. Call strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Russ.
Cath and Thompson would be an option. Didn't throw a whole lot of pitches in game 1. Only a 5-inning game.
Out to the screen. Let's see if Waldrop can get out of it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be moving on this pitch. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. 7-run lead for Brookhaven Academy. Bases are loaded for Cathedral. 3-hole hitter for Cathedral, Noah Russ. Pitch on the way from Waldrop. Fouled over toward the Cathedral dugout as they scatter. We'll back it up and do it again. Runners on the move. Waldrop delivers. Oh, that was a hard hit ball again toward the Cathedral dugout. That one would hurt somebody. Just beyond the dugout, down into the bullpen. So good pass at it right there from Russ. Waldrop again. Fly ball out in the left field. Fortenberry settles under it, makes the play. So a line drive out to the left fielder, Dylan Fortenberry. Of course, the 3rd out of the inning. The Cougars get out of it, giving up 1 run on 1 hit by Cathedral. There was 1 Brookhaven Academy error, and 3 runners were left on base. At the end of 4.5, Brookhaven Academy 7, Cathedral 1. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Haven Hall Healthcare Center is committed to providing your loved ones with superior care. Haven Hall Healthcare provides residents a comfortable setting with care provided by a staff dedicated to their well-being. Haven Hall Healthcare Center offers an exam room for telehealth calls and other services. Find out more about the services offered at Haven Hall Healthcare, 101 Mill Street, Brookhaven by calling 601-833-5608, 601-833-5608.
A monument is more than a headstone. It's a lasting memorial. Brookhaven Monument helps families design and create unique works of art to honor your loved ones. Visit the Brookhaven Monument showroom on Highway 51 North Brookhaven. Brookhaven Monument's facility houses state-of-the-art equipment, allowing them to do all necessary work on site. Honor your loved one with a fitting memorial and ask about their pre-planning program. Brookhaven Monument, 807 Highway 51 North, Brookhaven.
Call 833-5701.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark, moving into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cougars 7, Cathedral 1. Pitching change for Natchez Cathedral. Hollis Lee's going to take over the pitching duties. Going to move Tanner Wimberly over to first base from third base. We'll see if we can pick up our third baseman of record sliding into Wimberly's slot.
22, Jake Hairston.
So Hairston moves to third, and somebody had to replace him at second. So fruit basket turnover on the defense for Cathedral. Nonetheless, most important man on defense right now, the pitcher, Hollis Lees. Good to see Lees back out there. Took that hard pitch from Waldrop off the right hand. Of course, Lees is a left-handed pitcher, so it's not his throwing hand. It is his glove hand where he took that shot.
We're going to have a pinch hitter.
Caleb Critters. Critters is going to step in. He'll be batting for Michael Watts. So Caleb Critters, number 25. Steps in from Brookhaven. Of course, we saw Carruthers hit a tape measure home run a few games back. First pitch from Lees, out of the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here at Williams-Gillis. Pitch on the way, call strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Carruthers. Lees looks in, gets his signal from Plattman, delivers high fastball. It's going to work out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the pinch hitter, Caleb Carruthers. Pitch on the way, call strike 2. And Carruthers crossed up on that one, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Carruthers leads off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way from Lees, fouled back to the screen. Had Carruthers out on his front foot on that one. Just had to fight it off. Live to swing another day. Tyler Fortenberry stands in on deck. Pitch on the way from Lees. That one's high, back to the screen. Carruthers runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Cougars 7-1 lead over Cathedral. Here's the pitch from Lees. That one's going to work out. So Carruthers good at bat. Finds his way to a base on balls. Going to bring up Tyler Fortenberry.
Logan Alexander.
So Alexander ends a run for Carruthers. did his job. Leadoff walk. Ole Miss LSU game just underway. Rebels with an 8-7 lead. 15:05 to go here in the first half of play. We'll be jumping over to that basketball game at the conclusion of the BA baseball game over on B92 radio, WBKN in Brookhaven. Logan Alexander done at first, pinch running for Carruthers. Tyler Fortenberry stands in at the plate. Hollis Lees looks in. High fastball out of the zone. Ball one. We have Alexander crossed up over there at first base.
He couldn't get a read on the lefty move. He started to go. He stopped.
Yeah.
Just kind of froze him. Got a very safe lead, about 3 foot off the bag.
Again, high fastball out of the zone. Lees, I tell you what, you can look at a pitcher coach and you can tell he's got a nasty move over to first base, and he's just freezing Alexander over there. Not much of a lead to speak of. Got him picked off. Logan Alexander swipes second base. Man, what a speedy. Lees picks him off. Alexander left early. Lees went ahead and made the throw to first. Not enough time to transfer it down to the shortstop. And Logan Alexander, Coach Jamie Palmer said he's one of the fastest kids in the school. He showed it right there.
He went on first movement.
Yeah.
He stole that base.
Pitch to Fortenberry. That could be ball 3. And it's like you said, Coach, he had about a 2-step lead, and that was it.
Yep.
I mean, he stole that one on nothing but speed. 3 balls, no strikes to Fortenberry. That'll be Tyler. Call strike 1. Taking all the way on that one. Hitters count right here to Fortenberry. Got a little action down in the Cougar bullpen. We'll try to pick up a number. Left-hander working for Brookhaven Academy. Swing and a miss by Fortenberry. Took a big cut at that one.
Judd down there throwing with Coach Acosta.
Judd or Watts? Maybe Watts.
They're both rolling.
Were they both? Yeah.
Yep.
Both left-handers. Payoff pitch to Fortenberry. Swing and a miss. Good job by Hollis Lees coming back to get Fortenberry. Ran him to 3-0. Got the strikeout. Coach Upton comes up and has a word with the home plate umpire. Not sure.
7 for 19 here. Trevor's going to pinch hit, and then 19's going to stay in the game.
Okay, so all right. So Trevor Fortenberry going to pinch hit for Avery Griffin. High fly ball. Mosby's going to camp under it at shortstop, make the play. 1 pitch pop up. Fly 6 if you're scoring at home. So Fortenberry flies out to Mosby at shortstop for the second out of the inning. He's going to bring up Colin Waldron. Logan Alexander out at second base. He's a pinch runner for Caleb Carruthers, who drew a walk. Leadoff walk in the inning. Hollis Lee's trying to work out of it after giving up that walk. Pitch on the way from Lee's. That one's going to work up out of the zone as well. 2 hits in this ball game for Waldron. Pitch on the way from Lee's. Works out of the zone. 2 outs in the inning for Brookhaven Academy. Lee's looks in, delivers. Big ball 3. Thought we might have got a check swing appeal right there. Everyone thought, as did the home plate umpire, he did not go around. 3 balls, no strikes to Waldron. Same place he had Fortenberry. That one's going to work out. So the first base open. Waldron draws the walk. Alexander down at second base. Gavin Brogdon steps in. Couple strikeouts and reached on a base on balls in the 4th. contact here. It says 1 out on the board, but there are 2 outs in the inning. Shot out to Mosby, shortstop. He's going to toss over second base. Beat the runner, Waldrop hustling. Second baseman was slow getting over to the bag. Waldrop hustling down from first base. Beat the toss over from Mosby.
Beck Warren, a little deja vu right here, brother. I'm seeing it right now. About 2 hours ago we spoke, and Caston Thompson came up to the plate with a chance to end the ball game, and he hit a 3-run homer. Now the base is loaded, and we need 4.
That was going to work out as well. Ball 1.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Well, we'll take that one right now. Thompson, as you mentioned, walk-off homer in the game 1. Also the winning pitcher. Could end it right here. Lazy fly ball to center field. Center field moves on it. Junkin hauls it in. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning and retire the side for Brookhaven Academy. So fly ball to the center fielder. 3rd out of the inning for Brookhaven Academy. For the Cougars, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 runners were left on base. After 5 complete, Brookhaven Academy 7, Cathedral 1. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You listen to BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Flooring Warehouse of Brookhaven is pleased to announce they now have 2 locations to serve you. 805 Brookway Boulevard and also Highway 51 South in the former J&B Tile location. They have you covered with cutting-edge materials from countertops to floor coverings. Get in-house fabrication, unparalleled installation, and stunning design. From remodels to new construction, get fast, friendly service at Flooring Warehouse of Brookhaven on Brookway Boulevard at 601-265-2372 and Flooring Warehouse of Brookhaven and Natural Stone, Highway 51 South, 601-833-4005.
There's nothing small about the heart of your business. It's why your employees aren't just employees, they're family. We can help you protect them like family. For 175 years, that's been the legacy of New York Life Insurance Company. Simply call Dwayne Allred, your local New York life agent. Dwayne can be reached at 601-833-0604 or at newyorklife.com. He will help you put your love into action for your business, your employees, and can even do it for your family too.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis Ballpark, moving into the top half of the 6th inning. Cougars with a 7-1 lead over Cathedral Unit School with the Green Wave. Colin Waldrop back out for his 2nd inning of work. Saw a little work down in the Cougar bullpen. Judson Griffin and Michael Watts both getting some warm-up tosses. Waldrop looking for 6 outs to close this one for the Cougars. Due up for Cathedral, Wimberly, Hairston, and Tyler Gregg. Wimberly 2 times at the plate, struck out both times in the 1st and in the 4th. As I mentioned, Waldrop out for his 2nd inning of work. Looks into Boyd. He's got his signal. We're ready to go here in the 6th. Ball's going to work up out of the zone. Ball 1 to Wimberly. Shot right back at Waldrop. Waldrop's going to toss it over to Thompson. 2-pitch ground out. 1-3, first out of the inning. Waldrop to Thompson, retires Wimberly. Jake Hairston steps in. Hairston with 2 strikeouts also in the ball game. Pitch on the way from Waldrop. Swing and a miss from Hairston. Well, that follow-through caught Easton Boyd. That caught him in the head. You see that a lot of these long swingers. So he got that protective helmet on the backside. Another big swing from Harrison. So in a hole, no balls, 2 strikes to Jake Hairston. Cougars pretty much straight away, infield and outfield. Pitch on the way from Waldrop. Breaking pitch. Stayed inside. Didn't get it. Didn't get the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Creeping up toward the 9 o'clock hour. Pitch from Waldrop. Short hopped him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Harrison. Getting some instructions, Waldrop is, from Coach Acosta. Wants him to fill the bucket. Make Harrison hit it out of the box. Here's the pitch from Waldrop. That one's going to stay up. Goes from 0-2 to 3-2. 3 straight balls from Waldrop. Looks like they just kind of tried to aim that one. Throw it in, let him hit it. Pitch from Waldrop. That one stayed up out of the zone. So got ahead 2-0. Lost him on the base of the balls. Harrison's going to move down to first base via the walk. And Tyler Gregg, he'll be back in to bat in his regular slot. So we'll insert Gregg back into the ball game.
First pitch fouled away to the right side. See if Colin can manufacture a little ground ball double play to get himself out of the inning right here.
Absolutely. Pretty good lead over at first base by Harrison. Wouldn't expect him to be running down 6. Slow roller back to Waldrop. His play's going to be to first base. Throws over to Thompson. Got out at first. So Waldrop filling his position, his second grounder of the inning. 1-3 put out. 2 outs in the inning. He's going to bring up Paxton Junkin. Junkin fly ball to center field and grounded out to the shortstop, or check that third baseman in the 4th. Hot shot, shortstop Griffin across the diamond in time. Boy, that's a crafty little freshman out there. Second base. I said shortstop, second base. Griffin kind of sidestepped that one. Went 1 step to his right, played it off his left foot. Easy throw to first base for the put out. 4-3 to end the inning for Cathedral. For the Green Wave in the top half of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. At the end of 5.5, Brookhaven Academy 7, Cathedral 1. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Whether you like to spend a day in the woods hunting or out on the lake fishing, 51 Pawn & Gun has what you need. Guns, ammo, fishing supplies, and lots more. And get your hunting and fishing license at 51 Pawn & Gun. 51 Pawn & Gun also carries a great selection of jewelry and electronics. Check out the selections and the deals. 51 Pawn & Gun, Highway 51 between Pocatello and Brookhaven. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till noon. Call 835-2661 for 51 Pawn & Gun. There's nothing small about the heart of your business. It's why your employees aren't just employees. They're family. We can help you protect them like family. For 175 years, that's been the legacy of New York Life Insurance Company. Simply call Kelly Allred, your local New York Life agent. Kelly can be reached at 601-833-0604 or at newyorklife.com. He will help you put your love into action for your business, your employees, and can even do it for your family too.
And we're back here at Williams Gillis, bottom half of the 6th. Dylan Fortenberry, Easton Boyd, Judson Griffin for the Cougars. Pitch on the way, Hollis Lees. That one's going to work out of the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Roller down third base. Harrison across the diamond, not in time to catch Fortenberry. Good wheels down the line from Dylan Fortenberry. Of course, got a step and a half out of that left-hander's batter's box. So an infield single.
Hit it sharply. Harrison bobbled it just so slightly as he came up.
It's kind of
never lost control of it completely, but did have a little bobble in his glove. finally threw over, but not in time to get to speedy Fortenberry.
Boy, Dillon got down that line quick. Good hustle from the senior. Easton Boyd steps in. Lee's pitch on the way, called strike one. Boyd with 2 hits and a walk. Been on base 3 times here in this ball game. No outs in the inning. Dylan Fortenberry at first. Boyd stands in at the plate. Outer half, couldn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Twice that Coach Upton has asked either the batter or the runner to do something, and he's
missed it.
Yep.
Now, Coach Upton is a Cathedral grad alumni. Dylan Fortenberry was on the move. That's a hard hit ball in right center field gap. Boyd's going to stand up double. Fortenberry is going to score. He was moving on the pitch. Good piece of base running. Fortenberry had to check up at second base just to make sure center fielder Junkin wasn't going to track that one down. But Easton Boyd, double to the wall, drives in Fortenberry, who was moving on the pitch from first base.
He made right for sure on whatever he missed on the 2 previous pitches that had Coach Upton a little perturbed. He drove that pitch to the right center field gap.
Sure did.
And plated Dillon, who was on the move on the pitch.
Judson Griffin steps in. Fly ball to pitcher, fly ball to left field, and reached on a fielder's choice. Back in the 4th. Swing and miss, strike 1 to Griffin. Pitch on the way from Lees. That's going to work the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Cougar right fielder. Boyd, he'll remain in. Run for himself out at second base. Pitch on the way from Lees. Just out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Judson Griffin. Hard hit ball, dead straightaway center field. Junkin's going to camp under it.
Good thought. Boyd there. Sell it. See if he draw a throw. Maybe ball get away, but he wasn't going anywhere.
So the hard fly ball for Griffin, just hitting them right at folks. But again, a good solid pass at it and contact from Griffin, just right at Junkin in center, first out of the inning. Boyd on the move, stole that one on Lees. Lees took one look, and that's why Boyd stays on the base pass. He's just a crafty base runner, and, second pitch to Michael Watts. Yeah, and a catcher is really aware of base runners and tendencies and things and pays attention to those type things. And a catcher with speed that understands everything going on out there with base runners and something that he's in the ballgame to defend.
Yep.
He does a good job on the base pass, kind of turning the tables, if you will.
That's why he finds himself on the base pass, usually with less than 2 outs.
Yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike to Michael Watts. 1 run in the inning for the Cougars. 8-1 ball game. Hard hit ball left field. That's going to go on the gap. Watts. It's going to get to the wall. Watts is going to make his way out to second base. Stand-up double for Watts. The left center gap. So RBI double for Michael Watts. His second hit of the ball game.
Back-to-back doubles for the Cougars right there.
So an RBI for Watts. Scores Boyd. Tyler Fortenberry steps in. 11 hits in the ball game for the Cougars. Fortenberry, a flare out to right field. Second baseman lays chase. Over the shoulder catch by the second baseman from Cathedral. Pretty good defensive play out there from Cathedral. Retires Fortenberry.
Jake Maples out there on second base made a nice play.
Good job by Maples to get Fortenberry. Trevor Fortenberry steps in. 2 outs in the inning. Watts down at second base. Swing fouled back to the screen. I tell you what, I like those Cougars being aggressive. First pitch, it's in that zone. Let's go after it. A 1 count to Trevor Fortenberry. Here's the pitch from Lees in the dirt. Blocked up by Flatman. A 9-1 ball game here at Williams-Gillis. Cougars want to break out the brooms. Sweep Cathedral this week. Another ball in the dirt. Another good job behind the plate by Flatman. I tell you what, he's you can tell he's taking a lot of practice balls off that chest protector, and he squares it up so good. Everything off this protector is going straight back in front of him, not turning his body. Otherwise, that ball goes right or left. Flatman just well schooled behind the plate. Hard hit ball down the line. Let's see if it stays fair. At the base of the wall, just inside the foul pole, Trevor Fortenberry with a 2-out double. RBI scores Michael Watts from second base.
3 straight, isn't it? Back-to-back doubles.
Wow, that ball traveled and Coach hit just inside the foul pole line that goes down the fence off the bottom part of the wall. And Fortenberry with a stand-up double, third of the inning. You have Colin Waldrop. Waldrop hard hit ball to center field. Junkin chases it down and makes the play out in center to retire the side for Brookhaven Academy. Fly ball, center fielder, the third out of the inning to retire Waldrop, but not before the Cougars could strike 3 times and put up their 10th run of the ball game. They had 3 runs on 3 hits. No Cathedral errors, and 1 runner was left on base. At the end of 6 complete, Brookhaven Academy 10, Cathedral 1. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. This is BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Whether you like to spend a day in the woods hunting or out on the lake fishing, 51 Pawn & Gun has what you need. Guns, ammo, fishing supplies, and lots more. And get your hunting and fishing license at 51 Pawn & Gun. 51 Pawn & Gun also carries a great selection of jewelry and electronics. Check out the selections and the deals. 51 Pawn & Gun, Highway 51 between Pocatello and Brookhaven. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, and Saturday, 8 till noon. Call 835-2661 for 51 Pawn & Gun.
For the freshest seafood this side of the Gulf, come to K&B Seafood in Brookhaven. K&B Seafood has live or boiled crawfish, oysters, and fresh boiled shrimp and crabs. K&B Seafood carries a great selection for fish lovers. Fresh catfish, salmon, tuna, amberjack, red snapper, and more. K&B Seafood also takes special orders for any event. Call 601-990-2055. Most major credit cards and EBT cards accepted. K&B Seafood, 307 Highway 51 North Brookhaven. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Follow them on Facebook for specials.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis, top half of the 7th inning. Last chance for Cathedral. Trailing the Cougars 10-1. About to lose my voice here, Coach.
I got you back. Those of you that have tuned in on B92 looking for the Ole Miss LSU basketball game, that game will be coming to you as soon as we finish here. With baseball action right now, LSU is leading 22-21 over Ole Miss with 4:12 to go in the first half. That's the SEC men's tournament from Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee.
For Cathedral in the top half of the 7th inning, Jake Maples. Let's see if we see Ite or Flatman, and then back to the top of the order with Sam Mosby. And we may get a pinch hitter. Looks like number 19. Now that's Flatman. He is back out. Let's see. Number 3, that's going to be Maples. Maples back in hitting for himself. So he'll lead it off. Flatman on deck, and then back to the top with Mosby. Had a couple pinch hitters last inning for Cathedral. So Maples, Michael Watts on the mound now for Brookhaven Academy. call, strike one. Good pitch from Watts. Watts, left-handed pitcher for Brookhaven Academy. We're in the top half of the 7th inning. Slow roller. Going to get to Griffin. Griffin's going to have to turn it quick. Can't make the play. Called the infield single. That was a real slow roller. Griffin was going to really have to make a tough play. I thought he may come up trying to bury him that one. He was just going to turn it. Bounced real high, got over Watts' head. Griffin was charging hard, just couldn't clean it. Threw the infield single out of the press box. Zeke Flatman steps in. Reached on a base on balls back in the 3rd inning. Watts picks off Maples over at first base. Good move.
Now we've got the home plate umpire saying a balk. Home plate umpire Brian Eby called a balk.
Okay, I guess they're saying that Watts stepped
Go back to the dugout.
more to home plate than he did first base.
Sure, Coach Upton's just asking for an explanation so he could tell his young pitcher on the mound what he did wrong.
So balk was called on the pickoff. Watts, a left-handed pitcher. And you got that imaginary line, Coach. You got to step more toward the bag than you do home plate. And they said Watts crossed that line.
45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough call. You don't see that a lot. 10-1 ball game. The one if you just let that one work its way through if it's that close. Nonetheless, Flatman pitched on the way from Watts. Flatman stands in, ball one. I'd already written that up as an out, so I'm going to have to back it out of my book. Lazy fly ball. It's going to be a base hit out into right field for Flatman. So a single for Flatman is going to push Maples over to third. Flatman is going to go to first. So 2 outs, or 2 hits in the inning for Cathedral. Got something working here in the top half of the 7th inning, trailing by 9 runs. It's going to work us back to the top of the order, Sam Mosby. Mosby struck out, grounded out to the shortstop in the 3rd, and walked in the 5th. Runners at the corner. Maples at 3rd. Flatman over at 1st. Swinging and miss by Mosby. The ball's 1 strike. Leadoff batter Mosby. Of course, he homered some hours ago, leadoff of the first game. Slow roller down the right side. Watts throws to first. Inside, no. They pulled Cath and Thompson. I thought he got it. It was in time and back on the bag. Then he pulled Thompson off the bag.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. He had to come up off the bag to make the play.
Just a tough play right down the right side. Watts came off the mound almost like a swinging bunt. Watts slipped on the wet grass, turned, tried to make a throw to first base, not in time to get Mosby. So another infield single for the Green Wave. Maples did score on that play. Second run of the ball game for the Cathedral unit. Hollis Lee steps in. That one's going to go to the screen. Oh! Good throw down to the third base from Easton Boyd. Caught the rebound off the backstop almost got Flatman making his way down to third base.
Waltrip didn't catch it clean. It ricocheted off of his glove and hit Flatman either in the arm or
probably caught him in the cheek.
Up in the face area.
2 balls, no strikes.
Nonetheless,
to lead.
Green Wave with runners now at second and third, nobody out.
So Flatman down at third, Mosby at second base. Watts trying to get out of this one. 3 balls, no strikes. Check that. Ball 4.
Enough time here by Coach Caleb Upton. Ever since that pickoff, that didn't go down as a pickoff and changed to a balk. Michael has kind of missed the strike zone here the last couple of batters. Just wild on some pitches.
Just out of sorts right here. So 10-2 ball game. We're in the top half of the second inning. 12 hits on the night for the Cougars, 5 for Cathedral. Cathedral does have 4 errors in the ball game. None really that costly. We had, did get one on the cutoff throw that was knocked away, but just the Cougars have done it with the bats and good runs, and lucky for them right now, they've got some space between them and the Green Wave, but they've still got to get 3 outs here.
And don't forget about the starting pitching too. Tyler Fortenberry did an outstanding job for the 4 innings he was out on the mound.
Yeah,
mowing down 9 batters through 4.
So the pitch on the way from Watts. That one's going to work out of the zone as well. Ball 1. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put him. Noah Russ at the plate. Starting pitcher in this ball game. Lifted for Lees. Couple innings back. Flared over the right side. That's going to work out of play. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike. Watts looks in, gets a signal from Boyd. He's going to work out the windup. Pitch on the way. Shot to the right side. That's a base hit. To the right fielder, Fortenberry throws in to Thompson. So 1 run scores. Flatman from third. Mosby moves over to third base. Lees down to second base, and on the single, Russ over to first base. Tanner Wembley steps in. Couple strikeouts, grounded out to the pitcher. 0 for 3 tonight. 10-3 ball game here in the top half of the 7th inning. Slow roller down to third base. Waldrop throws to the plate. 1. Got away from Thompson at first base. Tried to turn the double play. Big chain of events right there. So we get the force out at home. Waldrop 5-2. Wimberly reaches on a fielder's choice. So we got 1 out in the inning at home.
I believe head coach Caleb Upton is asking about the runner running down to first base in Easton Boyd's path, and his throwing down. Was he inside the line or up where Easton didn't have a clear direct path to throw to first base? I think that's what he's questioning, but I think to no avail. Going to still put Cathedral runners on the corners here now with just 1 out.
So there's ground ball to third. Got the force out at home. That Boyd tries to throw to first to Thompson. Hits the runner in the back. Came back to the plate. Runner advanced. 1 runner did score. Runners on the corners. And it is a 10-3 ball game here at Williams-Gillis in the top half of the 7th inning. Cougars looking for 2 more outs to close the book on Cathedral.
2 runs came in, so it's actually 10-4.
Okay.
I believe that's correct. Should be 10-4 on the scoreboard.
Okay. That is correct. Russ scored and Lee scored. Mosby was forced out at home. So 4 runs in the inning. We'll have to double check that. But just 3 runs in the inning. Nonetheless, Cougars clinging to scores as a 10-3 lead here in the top half of the 7th inning. Runners at the corners. Hairston at the plate. That one's going to work off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Hairston. Hard hit ball, base hit for Hairston. That'll drive in. Runner from third base. And I think that is the 4th run for Cathedral. Wimberley moves down to second base. Hairston to first base and draws a visit from Coach Caleb Upton. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, we'll be back and wrap this one up from Williams Gillis. You're listening to BA Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Take your choice, conventional fuel or ethanol. You'll find both at RB Oil Oil, Highway 51 North Brookhaven. Drive on in. RB Oil Oil will pump your gas for you. And for all of your petroleum needs, you can always depend on RB Oil Oil. They're open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturdays from 5 a.m. till 2 p.m. RB Oil Oil Company, Highway 51 North Brookhaven, where service still matters. Call 833-6721 for RB Oil Oil.
Our community deserves a healthcare system that is committed to your care and prepared to serve you in every phase of your life. At King's Daughters Medical Center, we're ready to care for every patient who needs us, when they need us. We work around the clock to ensure that when that time comes, you get safe and reliable medical care, because our focus is on you, and we are ready to give you personal, exceptional care. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. And a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
C&W Homes in Vicksburg has new 2021 Deer Valley Catbird, Buccaneer, and Sunshine homes arriving daily. Come see the fantastic new designs and conventional home look. At C&W Homes, you buy factory direct. That means you save big. Price includes standard delivery and setup, central heat and air, and vinyl skirting. C&W Homes will not be undersold. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Online, cwmobilehomes.com. Call 800-748-9056. Like them on Facebook. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg.
Here at Williams Gillis Ballpark, Judson Griffin in the pitch, trying to find 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Cathedral has run it to 10-5 advantage for the Cougars. Picked up 4 runs here in the top of the 7th. Ball got away from Griffin. Check that from Easton Boyd. Went to the screen, so it allowed runners to advance to third in the form of Wimberley and second base in the form of Hairston. Pitch on the way from Griffin. That one's up and out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes here in the top half of the 3rd inning. This one's getting a little closer than the Cougars wished for. Swing and a miss by Gregg. Tyler Gregg. 2 balls, 1 strike. Judson Griffin trying to clean it up. Close it out for the Cougars. Pitch from Griffin. That one's in the dirt. 3-1. Cougars came into this inning with a 10-1 lead. Cathedrals clawed their way back into it. Picked up 4 in the inning. Griffin, 3-1 pitch. Shot up the middle. Griffin throws to first base, does a good job out there, looks the runner back at third, fields his position, gets Greg at first, 1-3 on the put out. But probably more importantly, Coach, Griffin looked the runner back at third, made him go back to his bag, tossed to Thompson, got the put out, 2 outs in the inning.
Very heady play.
Paxton Junkin steps in. Junkin 0 for 3 in this ball game. Griffin rocks and fires. That one got past Boyd. Nothing doing at third. Good job, Easton Boyd. Man, he's been a warrior all night long. On his 14th, about 12th inning of baseball. We had a shortened game with the 10-run rule in the first one, but good job behind the plate all night by Boyd. 1 ball, no strikes to Junkin. Foul down the right side to the Cougar dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Griffin and the Cougars looking for 1 out to close this one out here at Williams-Gillis. And we're halftime at LSU Ole Miss game. We'll be releasing a radio station right at the conclusion of the baseball game to pick up the second half. 29-27 lead for LSU. Slow roller up the middle. Avery Griffin across the diamond, not in time. Another one of those just creeper rollers, infield single for Junkin. So Wimberly scores from third. Tightens it up just a little bit more on the single from Junkin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits in the inning for Cathedral.
5 runs.
And 5 runs. Jake Maples steps in. 10-6 ball game. Griffin looks in, delivers. That one's off the plate. Time run is on deck. Maples singled his last time up to start this inning. Call strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Maples. It was 2 for 3 on the night. Pitch on the way from Griffin. That one's in the dirt. Can't find it. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom half, or the top half of the 7th inning. Pitch from Griffin. That one's in the dirt. Loads the bases, brings the tying run to the plate. Bases loaded. Zeke Flatman steps in, singled his last time out. Walt struck out and singled. Pitch on the way from Griffin, call strike 1. A lot of room down the left field line. Shallow in center, Watts. Strike 2 quickly from Griffin. No balls, 2 strikes to Flatman. Griffin trying to close the door for the Cougars. 10-6 ball game. Bases loaded for Cathedral. Pitch from Griffin. Breaking pitch. Fouled in the dirt. Flatman went up after the high breaking ball. Knocked it into the dirt. We'll back it up and do it one more time. Anything bobbled by the catcher, he can just step on home plate and retire the advancing runner. Hard hit ball down the left side. Foul. Flatman was expecting and got the hanging curveball.
He just missed it. Yanked it.
No ball. Yeah, no balls, 2 strikes. Griffin looks in. Got his signal. Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball down the right side. That's going to get over the fence. Down by the Cougar bullpen. So Flatman is working left side and right side. Griffin trying to retire the last out of the ball game. Griffin winds and delivers. Hard hit ball center field. Michael Watts comes in, makes the play in center field. Hard fly ball to center field, and that's going to retire Cathedral here in the top half of the 7th inning and secure the victory for Brookhaven Academy by a score of 10-6. We're going to go ahead and release our B92 radio station halftime Ole Miss LSU 29-27 lead for LSU. Jeremy, we thank you for keeping us on track in the station, and we'll go ahead and let you go at B92, but we'll be back on CougarsLive.org and wrap up here from Williams Gillis Ballpark. This is Brookhaven Academy Baseball on CougarsLive.org and B92.
Ole Miss Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see? Every moment can be kind of special. But they can be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments. It doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment